Sometimes the best sci-fi gems slip under the radar. These sci-fi thrillers didn't get the hype they deserved, but they deliver the goods. If you're looking for something that will keep you on the edge of your seat, these movies are your ticket. Here are 12 must-see sci-fi thrillers from the 2010s that deserve way more love. The Adjustment Bureau. Matt Damon stars as a rising politician who defies the titular agency in an effort to be with the woman he loves, Emily Blunt. A pair of talented leads, an inspired Twilight Zone-y premise, and a knockout supporting cast. One that includes Anthony Mackie, Terrence Stamp, and John Slattery. Make this one worth a revisit.
Monitored the entire world.
Can't outrun your fate, David.
You've just seen behind a curtain that you weren't even supposed to know existed.
Robot and Frank. Frank Langella shines in a film about a technologically averse senior citizen who forms an unexpected connection with a robot companion meant to make his life a little. Despite his initial apprehension, Frank, the character, not Langella, rediscovers a passion for a troublesome old hobby: jewelry theft. Quirky, heartfelt, and not too fussy, Robot and Frank strikes the right balance between sci-fi and humanity.
These people are loaded. You know what stealing is?
I don't have any thoughts on that.
I know exactly who the first mark is gonna be. Okay, let's see what you can do.
According to your file, you were first arrested for possessing stolen goods.
I specialized in jewelry. That was your best time yet.
I'm getting the hang of it.
We're gonna clean up.
Dread. Almost 2 decades after Sylvester Stallone removed his helmet, a big no-no for Judge Dredd fans, Carl Urban tried his hand as the titular judge, jury, and executioner to much better results. It didn't hurt that Dredd rocked a solid screenplay by future Oscar winner Alex Garland, Ex Machina, who had already proved himself adept at genre fare with 28 Days Later and Sunshine.
800 million people living in the ruin of the old world. Only one thing fighting for order in the chaos. The men and women of the Hall of Justice.
Safety, not guaranteed. The micro-budget indie movie that propelled director Colin Trevorrow into Jurassic World stardom, Safety Not Guaranteed, follows a group of magazine writers trying to determine whether one man's claim of having access to time travel is real or BS. If it is, they get paid. If not, they wasted a bit of time with a crazy person. It's Ray Bradbury by way of mumblecore icon Mark Duplass.
I'm certain I'm being recorded, I'm certain I'm being followed.
What's wrong with this guy?
What makes you think there's something wrong with him?
Because he thinks he can go back in time.
What are you going back for?
The mission has to do with regret, mistakes. No matter how tempting it will be, we're never, ever gonna say, hey, leave your Star Wars figurines in the box because it'll be worth like hundreds.
Coherence. An average dinner party turns into a full-on head trip when a strange comet passes overhead. The director said the idea stemmed from a desire to make a movie that's about something besides the obvious relationship troubles that a million indie movies do. And that led to this cosmic fractured reality idea. But then it took a year of planning and charting and figuring out all the puzzle pieces and the character arcs and just making it all thematically cohesive.
And then the police came over and they said, "This is your husband." She said, "No, this is not my husband. I killed my husband yesterday."
Awesome.
That's how I know it's not him.
Awesome.
But they couldn't arrest her because he was standing right there in front of them.
The World's End. The trilogy capper to Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost's Cornetto saga ups the absurdist ante. The World's End centers around a group of childhood friends attempting to complete a legendary pub crawl they abandoned during their senior year of high school. This alcoholic odyssey to become as sloshed as possible takes a hard left turn when it's revealed that the town these men grew up in has been overtaken by body-snatching aliens.
It's weird, isn't it? You come back and everything's sort of different.
I suggest you get on your way. Welcome home, boys.
Under the Skin. Scarlett Johansson plays a literal man-eater in this deeply disturbing yet wildly memorable alien invasion flick from Jonathan Glazer and A24. According to Glazer, the movie is meant as a commentary on the objectification of women. What she does in the course of the film, in her own discovery, is she reclaims that she de-eroticizes her own image, actually, he said.
So you live alone?
Yes.
Think I'm pretty?
I know, gorgeous.
Predestination. From Gattaca to Daybreakers, Ethan Hawke has quite a track record for choosing cult classic genre projects, and Predestination is no exception. The film is about a time-traveling agent hot on the heels of a quantum criminal. It's less a ripoff of Time Cop ripoff, more an adaptation of the 1958 short story All You Zombies, written by science fiction demigod Robert A. Heinlein. Just like with Adjustment Bureau, there was plenty to flesh out from the 6-page source material.
The beginning of your new life. It can be overwhelming, knowing the future.
Turbo Kid. An unabashed throwback to the iconic adventure flicks of 1980s, Turbo Kid feels like it could have been made by John McTiernan, John Carpenter, George Miller, or perhaps all three at the same time. Set in a post-apocalyptic version of 1997, the film centers around an avid comic book reader who decides to take on a warlord under the persona of his favorite hero.
Exactly are you supposed to be?
Turbo Rider. This is it, soldier. We have to hit these Saturn machines with everything we've got.
Find them, kill them, and we back their heads on pike.
Midnight Special. An intimate rumination of the Spielbergian efforts of the 1980s. Midnight Special highlights the special bond between a father and son, who are forced to go on the run from the government when the child starts to show signs of supernatural gifts.
We need to know where he is. You'll have no clue what you're dealing with, do you?
Life. More than just another alien clone, director Daniel Espinosa's Life is a big budget, Twilight Zone-y sci-fi thriller that milks its contained space station setting for all the riveting tension and inventive kills that it is worth. This riveting movie, from the writers of Deadpool, asks, what would really happen if NASA encountered alien life in space? What would that life look like? The movie answers both questions in graphic, R-rated bloody detail.
This is the first capsule ever to come back from the planet.
We have visual confirmation.
I see it.
This could be a major scientific breakthrough.
Come on. Woo! Cue Instagram.
Colossal. Colossal is weird, but weird in a good way. Anne Hathaway plays a down-on-her-luck woman who discovers that she's got a strange connection with a giant monster destroying the capital city of South Korea. Like we said, weird. But it works. And did we mention it's a comedy?
Same place, exact same time. But it just made a bunch of weird hand gestures.